Here we go. I don't even know if... I just seen some hearts. So someone... Hey, Wazza, how you going, mate? XS, how you going? Pato, how you going, mate? Simon Volkmar. Reaper Proof, my mumsy, how you going? Jared Squires, Valium, Tyson, The, Dehane, Eru, chilling with the guitar, Chris O. Hello everyone, hello. It's going too quick now, I can't read that fast. Happy Days, David Bowles, Yaska, Glenn Sanderson. How's all going? Welcome in, welcome. Oh. So yeah, there's a video dropping at 9 o'clock tonight. So at 9 p.m. tonight, there is a video dropping. If there, I don't even know how there's another like YouTube going. Oh, I know why. It's because I'm on my phone. Yeah, can we get? Actually, I think I can do this. I think. It shouldn't be live though. That's really random. Oh, thank you, Abe. Put my phone on the side. Yeah, all right, okay. All right, wait. How do I do that? Hang on. Oh, I can't do it. I've got to do it beforehand. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my I couldn't get my camera to work on my PC, so we're on my phone at the moment. Evie, how you going? Welcome in, welcome. What's everybody up to, anywho? Brisbane represents, says Gaz. Don't turn your phone or I'm knocking your arm. And so, all right. So I'm not sure if you guys just seen, but I just dropped a short for my first interview, which will probably drop on Sunday night. So it's with a guy that's done prison in Darwin, and I just thought, he had some pretty amazing stories. So keep your eyes out for that one. We do have, the new video dropping on Wednesday of an interview. Thank you, Jared Squires, for the membership. You absolute legend. And at 9 p.m. tonight, we are dropping. There is a video booked in to drop at 9 o'clock. So I'll jump off just before 9 p.m. and then we'll go into the chat of the live premiere. What's everybody up to, anywho? I know a few, mate. Bad Kiwis from inside. Yeah, I know a few. Hey, thank you, R12. Terpy, what's going on? Oh, you been doing some painting? What'd you paint this time, brother? Any shank sandwich stories on the menu tonight? I'm not sure. You guys ask the questions, I'll just answer them. Let's tell you what, I need to give the old mower bloody trim. What's my ACTL? What's my... I don't know. Are you asking me what kind of diff I've got in my car? I don't know. Got a banjo. I know. I don't know. I know that's not what you were saying, by the way. Withdrawing from PTSD medication. None of it works. Oh no. Did I go to the barber today? Nah, I went to the barber last week. I'm not even going to answer that. What's the best jail story I've got? All right, I'll tell you a good one. So, the person that did this, so let's just call him Watto. All right, let's just call him Watto. And so I was in Scarb South at the time. He was in Scarb North. And so at the time, there was a lot of massive Muslim population in Scarb South. I've made videos on it. Like, I was one of 5 Aussies in that unit. So, and there's 70 odd crooks in there. So, but anyway, one of the head Muslims. So something had happened, and this guy had chose not to pay for whatever drug he had got, right? And so the people that he bought these drugs off had sent some people in to get him because he didn't pay for it. And so anyway, he's taken both of them people out. So like just with his hands, like 1 2 1 2. Anyway, they've gone off, right? So this guy's in Scarb North, and the leader of the Muslims is in Scarb South, and so he can't get to him. So he's got to send whoever he's got in that unit, right? When his massive population was in Scarb South, which is the unit that I was in. And so if you know, you know, they're only separated by a fence right up the middle of it. And so, yeah, when the other guys had come back in to tell the head Muslim that this guy had just punched their heads in, the head Muslim had came out to sort this out himself. And so the Watto, we'll call him, let's just call him Watto. Watto comes waltzing out like a fucking legend and literally just went, like, the Muslims start saying, you're going to pay. He was walking out and he's saying, I'm not paying. And then literally just walked straight up, straight through the fence and went and hocked a big grolly right in the guy's face, right? Into the Muslim's face. Oh, mate, this caused an uproar straight away. Like, the 1 or 2 Muslims that were on the side of the fence with him tried to attack him. And this guy had come from Sydney and was just a different caliber of crook altogether. And so the 2 people that were at the fence of him, anyway, he's just teed off on them, bang, 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 and then took off straight inside. He's gone back into his cell. And so whilst he was going into his cell to get his shank, these 2 guys have already got theirs and they've started to attack Watto, right? And so Watto is literally getting attacked by 2 different guys, shank sandwich style, boof, boof, boof. Excuse me, I've got a really bad head cold at the moment. So, but yeah. And so anyway, he's a very, very popular thing to do. So the old beds at Port Phillip, you can sticky tape your shanks underneath them, right? And so anyway, he's trying to pull his shank out from underneath his bed. These guys are attacking him. So he got stabbed like 7 times. Long story short, I won't go into too much detail, otherwise this won't be able to go out later on. So, but long story short, once he grabbed that shank out, he turned that shank on those 2 people that were into him, chop suey style. And both of those people that came into his cell were left in that cell unconscious with shanks hanging out of them for the screws to find them, and that's how the screws found them. So these 2 blokes were left in old mate's cell, so that was his cell, unconscious, both with shanks, the shanks that they took to him hanging out of them, like full on shit. Thank you, Glenn Reed, you absolute bloody legend. Sorry, I can't comment back. I can't get it going while I'm on my phone. I just, yeah. But thank you, brother. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's a pretty crazy story, and like that's a story that you don't really hear having that ending, and so that guy ended up becoming, like, as you could imagine, number one enemy to every single Muslim in every single prison in Victoria, and spent his whole prison sentence, and he got 9 years on that prison sentence, and so he spent his whole 9 years fighting back for spitting in that other Muslim's face. So, you know, proved to be pretty silly. Oh, Sam Damore with the $29 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. Hey, everyone that's... Oh, wait. I just figured out how to do it. I can pin them. I figured out I can pin... Oh, no, I can't. All right, I can't. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, everyone who sends a chat. Thank you, guys. Your support is very much appreciated. Thank you so much. What's your favourite mission with your brother, Biff? One that won't get you into trouble. If you know, you know. I guess I'll tell you the start of a story, or I'll give you a roundabout start of a story, which I've told on YouTube before, but I've took it off because this is going to be my very first video what I paste to Patreon. So on this particular day, I was living in the Bronx in Benalla where TJ filmed, and so in the house where he showed you, I was living in that exact house. And so on this day, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I heard a Harley rock up at my house, and so I hadn't invited anyone around, and like no one should have been coming around, so I was obviously on edge straight away, like what's going on here? And so next thing you know, someone's trying to bang my door down, right? And like, so I'm thinking that it's someone trying to come and like attack me or whatever, so I run outside with a golf club straight away, and it's actually one of my brother's mates. And so my brother was actually at the pub earlier on that night. And so this guy and my brother's girlfriend, so this guy's girlfriend and my brother's girlfriend got into a fight. And my brother, so you can hear it on the video, this all came up in court. You can hear it on the video, you can hear my brother, he's filming it, and he's laughing his ass off at these two chicks punching the shit out of each other, right? One of them being his girlfriend and the other one being this other guy's girlfriend, who actually was a member of an outlaw motorcycle club. And so anyway, this guy has told my brother to put the camera down, and my brother's like, bro, I'm not putting the camera down. And he's like, put the camera down or I'll make you put the camera down. And so this was a part of our court case, right, this video. And so in the video, all you see is my camera, the camera go like this, swing over to my brother's mate, and you hear him say, here, hold this. And then you just hear whack, just one big punch, and then a whack on the ground. This guy was out cold. And so, and this was all part of our court case, right? So this was all on the footage. This was all getting heard in the trial, this footage. And so anyway, that had taken place. My brother was walking home from the pub with his girlfriend, and then a carload of men pulled up in a Gemini, actually. So, yeah. So anyway, 5 people pulled up, a whole carload of dudes. And so one of my brother's mates just so happened to be, this happened at the car wash. And so one of my brother's mates just so happened to be there at that time. And he raced straight off to, like, if you ask me, like, bit of a coward's act. But, like, I'm glad he did what he did and raced off to get me. Because otherwise, if he had stayed there, my brother would probably be not alive today. And so I lived literally, if you have a look in TJ's video. So my house is literally about 100 meters from that car wash. And so anyway, this guy's like, your brother's getting attacked at the car wash. You need to come down there now. And I'm like, what? And so anyway, I had a golf club in my hand. I should have just kept it in my hand. I didn't even think. I just thought, shit, my brother's in trouble. And so anyway, he chucked me another bike helmet. And so anyway, I didn't even put the bike helmet on. I just wrapped my arm through it like this. And so I've got my arm through the helmet like this, and I'm hanging onto the back of him. Like I said, I'm only 100 meters away from the car wash. And so we rock up to the car wash. And right as we rock up, like I see my brother go bang, 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 and like give this guy like 3 pisses. And then from behind, my brother gets hit with a bat from behind. And I see this just as I rock up. And so my instant, I just jump straight off the bike and I run straight at this guy. And like from about 10 meters away, I just, as hard as I could, threw this helmet at him. And it got this guy right in the head. And like it dropped him straight on his back, and which allowed me to then get on top of him, take the baseball bat off of him, and then I proceeded to, so when I say he hit my brother, right, so he knocked my brother clean out. My brother's knocked out on the ground. And so, yeah, anyway, I won't go into too much detail because I already know I can't tell everything what I need to say on YouTube. That's why I'm starting a Patreon, so I can tell you guys these stories that I've got so many that I just can't tell because like the guidelines won't allow me to. So what I will say is that me and my brother were one of only 2 people in history that have ever had the Benalla courtroom open for a trial. So usually if you go to court for something, you're definitely going to have to go to Wangaratta or Shepparton for a trial. But this is how much they wanted me and my brother to go to jail. They opened up for the first time, the second time actually. So the first time was like in the early 1900s. And the only reason they did that was because they knew that if we had a jury of everyone from our own town, that we were going to get screwed over. Well, they were very, very wrong. Let me just say that. And yeah, so me and my brother, I'll say is that, so in TJ's video, you will also hear me talk about a story where the police pull a gun on me and they throw a gun at me. And they throw a gun at me and try and get me to catch it. So I put my fingerprints on it, right? Well, I wasn't born yesterday and I didn't catch that gun. But anyway, long story short, I was arrested. My brother was arrested and I was put on the worst bail conditions. So we were put on remand first and was on remand for months. But we both ended up getting bail. And I was on the biggest bail conditions I've ever been on. So I had to sign in 7 days a week. Twice a day. So that means I had to go into the police station twice a day and sign in just to let them know that I'm still in the area and I haven't left the country, you know. I was on a 6 p.m. to 9 a.m. curfew. So from 6 p.m. at night till 9 a.m. the next morning, I couldn't leave my house. I used to get my house, so they used to come to my house every second day if it was past 6 o'clock at night, and they would come and check my house, and they were well within their rights. And I was also on an alcohol ban as well, so they used to come in and search my fridge as well, just to make sure that I didn't have any alcohol in the fridge, as most of my earlier offences were alcohol fueled, I'll say. And yeah, so stay tuned for this one. I have filmed a video what I'm going to be dropping on YouTube that gives you guys a quick rundown of, you know, but then, you know, if you guys want to hear the gory details, you're going to have to jump over to my Patreon. I haven't dropped that on my Patreon yet. I'll let you guys know when I've done that. So yeah, that's one of the craziest stories I have with my brother. Yeah, bones were broken that night, and yeah, I was looking at major prison time over that, and I was actually so my charges were, if you want to know, I'll tell you what the charges were. So my charges were attempted murder, and I also got charged with armed robbery because, well, they thought I brought the bat to the party, and because they thought I brought the bat to the party, and because I grabbed this guy's ID out of his wallet and let his people know that now I know who he is. You know what I mean? And so I got charged with armed robbery. So, hey, if anyone's, I cannot see any text unless everyone's just bewildered. But I can't see any. The last comment I can see, it says, I thought it was MS. And yes, I do have MS. Wait, I literally cannot see. All right, hang on. So if you guys can still hear me, can you guys hit that purple, the heart button? And you know how the hearts come up on the screen? That'll let me know. And then if not, I'll just jump out and jump back in. All right, that seals that. Let's go.